Hermes is the winged herald and messenger of the Olympian gods. In addition, he was also a divine trickster and the god of roads, flocks, commerce, and thieves. A precocious newborn, he invented a lyre and stole Apollo's cattle on the very first day of his life. Apollo is the only Olympian capable of crossing the border between the living and the dead. Most scholars think that Hermes' name derives from the Greek word Herma, which means heap of stones or cairn. Cairns were a common sight in the ancient world, serving as trail or boundary markers. Some say the first cairn was erected by the gods when they cast all their stones in favor of Hermes during his trial of the slaying Argus Panoptes. Archaic artists portrayed Hermes as a matured, bearded mate. However, later on, he is represented as an athletically built nude youth, immediately recognizable with four attributes: a broad-brimmed hat, petasos, winged sandals, talaria, a purse, and a herald's wand. Some called a caduceus. Hermes' wand, a short winged staff entangled with two identical serpents, had magical powers, bringing sleep upon people or rousing them from it. It is very similar and consequently confused with the rod of Asclepius. Oh my god, I cannot pronounce this. I know how to say it and it's not coming out. Asclepius? Which is why Hermes' wand is often incorrectly used as a symbol of medicine. According to some myths, Hermes wasn't only the messenger of the gods, but also the inventor of speech. As such, he is often associated with oratory and interpretation. I could really use this help right now. In Greece, an interpreter was called Herminius. Definitely butchering that. And today, the science of interpretation is known as hermeneutics. Oh my god, am I butchering this? Hermes was the only Olympian capable of crossing the boundary between the living and the dead, and carrying the souls of the dead in Hades. In time, he became known as the conductor or leader of souls. People also called him patron of travelers and thieves, shepherds of men, trickster, and Argus slayer. Hermes was the son of Zeus and Maia, the oldest of the seven Pleiades. He was born in a cave on Mount Celion in Arcadia at dawn. By noon, he invented the lyre and played a hymn celebrating his own birth on it. On that very same evening, for reasons unknown, he stole the cattle of Apollo, and afterwards he came back and innocently tucked himself back into his cradle. To invent the lyre, Hermes killed a tortoise and scooped the flesh out of its shell. Then, honoring the Pleiades, he stretched 7 strings of sheep gut over the empty shell. Once he found out who had stolen his cattle, Apollo was very angry with Hermes. That bad things could have happened if Hermes hadn't appeased Apollo with the lyre-accompanied song. In exchange for it, Apollo forgave his little brother everything and swore to be his closest friend forevermore. Some say that, as a token of this promise, Apollo gifted Hermes latter one's most emblematic symbol, the caduceus. Oh my god. His staff. I'm having a lot of trouble today. Did 4 videos back to back. By all accounts, Hermes was the darling of the gods. Artemis supposedly taught him how to hunt, Pan how to play the pipes. He was the one who guided Persephone back to her mother, Demeter. Above all, Hermes was very close with his father, acting in most of his affairs as Zeus's wingman. Most famously, he beheaded the 100-eyed Argus Panoptes, previously sent by Hera to watch closely over Zeus's interest Io. In the role of messenger, Hermes is present in numerous other myths. He escorts Pandora to Epimetheus, leads Perseus to the Gray I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Guides Priam safely to Achilles' tent, In addition, he showed Athena, Aphrodite, and Hera the way to Mount Ida, where Paris was supposed to judge which one of them was the fairest. Even though associated with fertility, it seems Hermes never married, and had relatively few famous consorts or children. Aphrodite bore him Hermaphrodites. I am having a lot of trouble with these names, and I am going to have to go back through and relearn all of these. And possibly Trickster and Selphilius. The nymph Deirope, Pan. Later poets linked Hermes with Pythio or Hecate. Once Hermes and Apollo fell in love simultaneously with the virgin Chione and slept with her on the very same day. Later, Chione gave birth to twins. Pygmalion took after Apollo and became a famous musician. Unsurprisingly, Zeus's son Autolycus became a trickster and a thief. Poets say that not few of his traits inherited by his grandson Odysseus. One common misconception about Hermes is that he's primordially a god of thieves and tricksters. While it is true he has been associated with these aspects, his role as messenger, guide, and protector of travelers, as well as his skills in democracy, oratory. Hi Hermes, I see your hand. Yes, I am talking about your namesake. My cat is currently looking underneath the door, wanting to come in. As well as his skills in democracy, oratory, and invention. Just as important. Another misconception is that Hermes was a dishonest and untrustworthy deity. In reality, Hermes was often tasked with carrying out Zeus's orders, and his cunning and resourcefulness allowed him to complete these tasks successfully. A lesser-known fact about Hermes is that he's considered the patron of gymnasia and Palestine. I am definitely pronouncing that wrong. Which are ancient Greek training centers for athletes. His athletic physique and a connection to the physical prowess made him the ideal protector of these institutions. Additionally, Hermes is also referred to as the god of dreams, and ancient Greeks believed that he sent prophetic dreams to mortals. In this role, he is also known as Onrios, meaning dream in Greek.